Tim was last. Oh, shoot.
I don't have to when she talks, I'll press the button.
No Laura?
All right, hey Johnson, you gotta read that.
You could probably turn both of them on.
No, I wasn't. My computer.
It's like that big, I can't zoom in.
Check.
Go to the left and zoom in. Don't do like I did the first time and start looking at the computer. All right.
Ready?
Yep. Gonna call the meeting to order. Tim, we'll have you do the district mission statement.
Our district will empower learning, energize achievement, and enhance community excellence without excuse.
Fantastic. All right, do we have any additional items for the agenda?
The only thing that was added today was the addition of the, let's see here, the resolution for joining or having membership in the Minnesota State High School League. That's an annual resolution that the board passes. So that was added under, let's see here, 9B. That's all.
All right. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
That's Tim Elke. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
That's Tim Johnson. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. All right, recognition of visitors in open forum. We do have someone that would like to speak. So I'd like to call up Vicki Gruis.
Thank you. I'm here on behalf, representing my family to rehire Mr. Thompson, Coach Thompson, as girls basketball coach. I understand there might be some concerns or issues that have been brought up that may swage your vote, and I just want to say that from my eyes, I kind of have a different perspective. I have a daughter playing, I have one that coaches with him, and then I as a parent. So I'm kind of fully vested all around. I'm from Janesville originally. I have a big heart for the school. I feel Coach Thompson is very qualified, very competent, very passionate. I've seen it with the girls, I guess, from across the gym, but I've also heard it through my girls' mouths. So a little nervous. I also want to say, I know that he came in last year in a really difficult situation. I think he handled that very professionally. The girls had a tough go at it, and I think he brought them all together. There's still issues. They all got to work them out. I hope they can put that behind them. I hope the parents can put that behind them. We move forward as a program. My daughter Sam, between Sam and Mandy, I've been watching varsity basketball for the last 8 years, had 6 coaches. Very difficult for the girls, frustrating for the parents, but I think, oh, I'm nervous.
You're good.
You're fine. You're doing good.
Yeah, you're doing. I think just some consistency. He's got a good view or a good future plan, and I think rehiring him would be a good idea. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
No need to be nervous.
Oh my gosh,
We're the
I was
last
like-
people you need to be nervous about.
You are on TV though.
I was just gonna say.
No, we are, not her. We
She's
are.
on TV.
But I don't think so. But anyway, thank you.
Right there.
All right, moving on, reports and presentations, student update.
So they're both at practice yet?
Okay.
They're both in.
One's at practice.
I got an email on the practice one. So Mr. Krause's not present.
Okay,
And so we'll go on to Mr. Erler.
okay, Jeremy?
Good afternoon, everyone. I just have a few things. We only have 8 days of school left with students. That's kind of bittersweet each year. Then also we have a concert tonight, 4th through 6th grade concert tonight. Tomorrow night is our kindergarten through 3rd grade concert. And then also, I have postings out for 3 elementary teaching positions. And the posting out for the music position. So, other than that, it's just busy finishing up the school year, so.
I do want to publicly thank Mr. Erler and Mr. Krause for their work with the choir department and working with, also thanking Mr. Birding and Ms. Pearson for the work that they've done filling in for the resignation, or I should say leave of absence of our choir teacher. And you know that she's resigning at the end of this year as well. So I appreciate people putting forth extra efforts to make sure our students are provided their opportunities in their choir programs that they have been continued to be offered.
Does the board have any questions for me?
How's candidate flow for the applications?
For the regular ed positions, they're really good. I posted that Friday, 24, 25 at this time. Music is quite a bit slower, so, but we do have candidates that we are looking to interview though.
Good.
All right, anybody have anything else for Jeremy? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Ryan?
All right, so do this. So as the school year finishes up, that means activities are starting to finish up too. We are on our way to sections for girls and boys, or softball and baseball. Track is coming up here shortly, along with golf. A couple highlights: the girls track team won the Valley Conference track meet, so that was pretty cool here. It was a cool event because we were able to host it, and cool on top of it that we were able to win it on the girls' side.
We have Vicky Rauschman here. So when was the last year a Janesville team won the conference league? It was in your era. Actually, right after your era.
Why are you
Tim's
pointing to
old.
me?
You're older than me.
Because you were 89.
Hey!
89? Did you grad- 88? So you were 87. Or 86.
I'm
1987.
not saying.
1987 was the last year the girls' track team has won the conference meet.
And that wasn't as a bulldog, that was as
That was
a bear.
as a bear. Yeah.
Golden Bears. Cool.
Yes, so
Really
the girls were
awesome.
very excited about that. Also, too, another highlight is the adaptive bowling team. 5 members of the JWP adaptive bowling team went up to state at Brooklyn Park at the Bolero bowling alley down there. Great environment for the kids. The AD from Waseca and myself, we traveled up there just to kind of check out the event, show our support, and the kids had an absolute blast. 3 Waseca students made it up there too. Looked like they were having fun. I think the coolest part of the whole thing, though, I was talking to one of the students after she was done bowling, and I asked her, like, what's the best part of this so far? And she said that Ashley Johnson, she placed 5th in adaptive bowling, and she said that was the coolest part of it. And she was bowling at the time. I was like, well, that's a pretty neat story that she had to tell, where it's like the coolest part is that her teammate got 5th at state at the time. So that was pretty cool of Sierra to say that, and everything that I've heard, it went very well on all sides. The coaches did a phenomenal job kind of organizing it, and big thanks again to Janesville Bowl and Dan Size for hosting us and being gracious hosts when we're over there. And then the community ed side of things, summer SAC and summer school age care and summer wraparound are growing bigger and bigger, and so we're doing our best to figure out how we want to work that, and it's a work in progress just like it is every summer, but I think we have a good grasp on it. Summer community ed activities are almost wrapped up. We're still working on finishing up the activity side of things, but we're at a good place, all things considered. Is there any questions for me?
No.
Ryan, so the summer community ed, well, it used to be pamphlet, now everything's online, but whatever. So that's not complete yet?
The pamphlet,
Or, well, the
Like-
registration for all the summer community ed
All-
online activities?
all the registrations, everything that's online, you can register for. Like there's like a summer art that I would still like to get going, and then summer theater that's not quite finalized, and those 2 aren't on the website yet, just because of instructors.
Okay. Has anything been sent out to the families to know that they can go online now and register?
Not publicly online, no. It was my goal to do it yesterday or my goal to do it today, and I just ran out of time.
Okay,
But they'll be out soon.
okay.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yep.
All right.
What's up?
Well, do we have anything for when it comes to the student update at all?
I don't think I have anything. Do you guys have any questions?
How was the showcase?
Good. We ended up getting second in conference.
There
Okay,
you go.
that's
Cool.
good.
Yeah.
Job.
Good job. And playoffs start this week,
Yeah. Tomorrow.
and then for baseball this week's too?
Wednesday.
Yeah, this week. Okay,
How was your experience at prom?
Good. It was really fun.
Good.
good.
Yeah.
All right, your date was a gentleman?
hmm
Good, all right. Okay, thank you. And committee reports, has anybody, I don't think any of us have met or since, right? Since the negotiation, okay. All right, superintendent update.
Sure, so non-certified negotiations are scheduled for May 22nd. It's during the day. For those of you that have been on non-certified, Tim, you've been on it, Tim Elke, you've been on it for quite a while yet. But they're going through, this is their 4th business representative that they've had in the last 7 years. They had Jason Bloom, and then it went to John Haney, and then it went to, I can't remember what her name is, and then it switched now to David Monsauer. And so the game plan is to meet on the 22nd, I think at 11 o'clock is our first round, followed by 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and we're trying to line up food service as well, because you're aware of the fact that we contract with Taher, and as district employees have resigned, Taher's picked up the hiring of those employees. So there was conversation within the collective bargaining group to potentially decertify or declassify. It's been decided that that probably isn't in the best interest of each individual, so they're going to remain a bargaining unit for right now. And then as people leave the unit, we'll just replace with Taher employees. So we're waiting to finalize. We're hoping to squeeze that in on the 22nd as well, so we don't have to set up another date. And those are in hour increments as normal. So you'll be, any questions regarding the non-certified piece?
How many employees do we have in the food service that are JWP, not Taher employees?
3 right now.
3, okay.
Yes. Okay, on item number 2, graduation is this Friday at 6 down at the athletic complex. And then obviously as the weather forecast comes in, that might change, but things look encouraging as of right now. And I think last year, if I remember correctly, we were about 38 seconds above or in front of the storm. And we all had to take off running, but everything should be set and good to go there. I believe they're planning on using higher risers with some stairs up this year to just bring people up off the ground a little bit further. So that should be really exciting with the new staging that we have. It'll be nice to see it in that environment. Congratulations, obviously, goes out to the girls' track team for their conference title. And there I know it's the first time since 1980. First time as JWP, but the first time that I could find looking at the yearbooks over on the top shelf over there if you want to go take a look. But 1987, I recognize some folks in those pictures. It was kind of fun to reminisce and look back at some of those. Tim, you got quite the hairstyle, by the way.
Mullet?
The
Yeah,
planned
looking
mullet.
good,
Mullet
man.
back then.
So the Jiminy Crickets.
Did you just say Jiminy Crickets?
Yeah. Okay,
Probably
this,
something else.
who messed with my chair? You did it yourself. Yeah.
Jiminy Crickets.
Just like back,
Yeah, sorry.
just like back in high school, Bill.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
playing tricks on you.
Yep. The legislative session is wrapping up as well. You probably saw some of that, but it looks like 2 and 2 for special education, or I'm sorry, for general ed funding formula. That's what the new funding formulas will be. I do know that there's about $90 million that they're discussing yet, and they're going to go into special session for where that dollar amount gets allocated. I'm certain that the biggest push will be for special ed cross subsidies, or early, I should say voluntary pre-K would be where that other $90 million will be up for discussion. And on the legislative side of things, Representative Munson called me today. I thought it was a pretty neat deal. But he invited our 6th graders up to more of an intimate tour on the House floor, as opposed to just a general tour of the Capitol. So he said that that would take an additional hour or so. And it just wasn't gonna fit in this year with the 6th graders, but he said next year, let's just plan on it. So the kids will actually go get to sit on the floor and he'll provide them information. It'll be a really neat experience. In addition to that, he did, I reached out to V because he wants to come and talk to the civics classes about the Minnesota legislative process, so I thought that was pretty neat too. It's not often that you have elected officials like that reach out personally and do those types of things, so I kudos to Representative Munson for doing that. All right,
Okay,
that's it.
that's all you have. Anybody have any questions for Bill? All right, item number 7, approval under consent agenda. As always, you're able to pull any item out if you so choose. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion for the approval of consent agenda.
All right, that's Tim Johnson. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
That's Tim Burke. Do we have any discussion?
Just really excited that we're filling our positions. We were out early enough to fill some of these more difficult positions to fill, so that's always good news.
Yeah. All right.
Bill, so, and maybe I should have asked, I forgot about, but asked Ryan, I guess, on this, but are we posting then for open positions in the fall for coaches then, for anything for football or volleyball or cross-country that isn't filled?
Yep, we'll post it, I'll post it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. All right, moving on to item number, hold on.
We're on 8.
I know, I got that. 8 or math isn't good, but I can figure that one. Old business, board member compensation discussion.
So it was recommended in the past that we have this discussion in June as opposed to January. And the idea behind that was so the newly elected or newly seated board members didn't have to talk about an increase to their compensation. So it's bringing it back to June. At this point, you're compensated $50 for a half-day meeting, $100 for a full-day meeting, which would be anything in excess of 3 hours. And then the board chair is paid $400 for their work, and then vice chair, treasurer, and clerk are compensated $175 annually. So the conversation is, do you want to look at increasing that dollar amount, or is the board pretty comfortable with where things are at?
I think that's, my feeling is that's more than fair. I don't wanna, I don't think we need to go any higher than what we're currently at. We were at real low, and I know a previous board member wanted to increase, and I think my personal opinion is we're at a nice, a decent, compensation, so, okay? That's my feeling. Anybody else got any? Everybody agree?
I agree.
I agree.
Okay, all right, we can move on then.
All right, and then going on to the next part, let's, you can take over again.
All right, item number B, we need to sadly approve the resignation of Beth Jorgensen effective June 28, 2019, with many thanks for her several years of service to the JWP school community. So it's sad, but you know, it is, we all gotta move on, right? And so do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the resignation of Beth Jorgensen effective June 28th, 2019, with many thanks.
That's Tim Elke. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
That is Kendra Hain. Any discussion?
Just that Darwin's finally, she's gonna finally make Darwin go to work, Dar. So, yep, she's putting him to work, and she just gets to kick back, relax, and enjoy the grandkids, right?
Yeah, I hope so. Thanks, guys.
Just remember, there's no crying at school board.
I'm not.
Okay,
My
just,
eyes are
I
wide
might be,
open.
but
I'm
don't,
Okay.
okay.
Well, we do thank you.
Yeah, no
Yes.
kidding.
And I know you're gonna have some big shoes to fill, but from what I'm hearing is you're doing an excellent job, so that's good to hear.
She's awesome.
Yeah, and.
No worries.
No worries.
Yeah. But we do thank you from being over in the elementary wing to over here to new, and you've always been a benefit to the school district, so thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that. Thanks.
All right, any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. Item number 6, approve the resignation of Christina Marty, effective June 3rd, 2019, with appreciation for her years of service. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the resignation of Christina Martin, effective June 3rd, 2019.
That's Tim Johnson. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
That's Kendra. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. Item number D, approve the 2019 to 2021 JWP EA collective bargaining agreement, along with the highlighted changes. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
That is Katie. Do we have a second?
Second.
That's Tim Johnson. Any further discussion? I think we've talked about this last couple meetings,
Yep.
so. All right, again, I will thank the certified group and their bargaining group. It went very well, and so, thank you. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. Item number A, that would have to be A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah, that comes after D.
Approve summer hours, Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. for the district office, right? Or is that may not be for the building
That's
itself?
district office, correct?
Yes, correct. All right, so do we have a motion?
Now I'll make a motion to approve summer hours, Monday through Thursday, 7 to 5.
Okay, that's Tim Elke. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
That's Tim Burke. Is there any discussion?
Just to clarify, this was also ran by Kurt as well.
All right.
Should
All those-
we, I was just wondering, should we put the clarification in there for district office though?
Yeah, we
Just-
can do
I
that.
think we did, didn't we? Or did we not?
Well, I mean, it, in the minutes itself.
Yeah, in the minutes, yeah.
Yeah, okay, just,
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. New business, approve the 2019 audit engagement letter with Ike Bailey. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
That is Kendra. Is there a second?
A second.
That's Katie. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. Item number B, this is a resolution vote. Do we have a motion to approve the 2019-2020 resolution for membership in the Minnesota State High School League? Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the 2019-2020 for membership into the MSHSL.
Okay, that's Tim Elke. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
That's Tim Johnson. Any discussion? All right, resolution vote?
Kane,
Yes.
Heidkamp,
Yes.
Cahill,
Yes.
Elke,
Yes.
Burke,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
All right, motion passes 6-0. Item number C, review of negotiated contracts. Anybody have any questions in regards to that?
So just to bring clarity to this, on the business manager contract, if you happened to look at that the other day and saw that his first year salary of the contract was going to be $780,000, that was wrong. It's just 80. Although the $780,000 would have been wonderful for him. Laura Size caught that, yeah, so that was nice that she sent some clarity for me. So that was nice. And this is really just for you to see it at, to first get a glimpse of it, and then it'd be back in front of you in June to have final approval. So it'd be reflected in this next July, the beginning of July 1. But those really fall in alignment with teacher contracts, which were, if you look at percent-wise, it was about 3.5%. And then some of the benefits too were pretty much maintained the same.
All right, do we have a motion?
Just,
no, it's just a review.
just information
Yeah,
for now.
Information, sorry. All right, item number 10, we have the upcoming meetings in June. And again, remember, we don't have a study session these months. It's just a regular meeting. That will be Bill's last
Yes.
meeting at JWP. And that, you certainly can come and sit down. I'm sure ours are more exciting than New London Spicers. So anytime, you're welcome to join us and
Well, I
sit
can
in.
live now.
Yeah, great. Yeah, we want to thank you for that too, Bill.
You're welcome. I was just seeing on live TV about falling over my chair. Yeah. I'm gonna go back and watch it. I can't wait. I'm gonna do a little Giphy of it.
Yeah, do that.
Gotta get the audio though too, what'd you
I
say?
know.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody swear like that. What was it?
Jiminy Crickets.
Jiminy Crickets, yeah. Okay. Wow.
That was Von and Nunchak's language.
Yeah.
Jiminy Crickets.
All right, so that's June 17th, July 15th. If anybody wants to get me a gift on that night, that is my birthday, so just saying, that, don't go out and splurge too much. $100 gift would be fine, so. And then August 19th for our summer. All right, we're adjourning at 5:56. Everyone have a good evening. All right, thank you.
Thank you.